morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm getting situated. Oh my gosh. First of all, is it really Monday? That's my first question because so it's a holiday weekend. Whenever there's a holiday weekend, that's when a lot of people are going to come in town to do their home searching because they have off work. By the way, it is President's Day. We'll talk about that later, but that is why we have a holiday weekend, a 3-day weekend for many people. And so this has been a crazy, basically the last half of last week. Seriously, my mouth is still asleep. My brain is in yesterday and my feet are in tomorrow. So I'm all over the place. Okay. So the last half of last week until this whole week is a bit cuckoo crazy. In a good way, we've had several different sets of clients that are either in town, now have left. We're going to talk about that. Clients that are in town, and I'm going to see them later this afternoon again to continue the house search. I've got more people coming in later this week. So it's been a bit of a whirlwind with multiple clients, lots of houses, lots of price points, different locations. And of course, life is happening. And so I don't know what day it is. So I will say, I know now that it's Monday, but that's why my hair is up in a little doo-wah-diddy because I just didn't have the energy. So you were getting leftover, Amy, today. So my apologies, but leftovers sometimes are just fine. They're still delicious, right? Okay, so good morning. Thank you guys for joining. We have a few new little gadgets. Eric is never satisfied, which is one of the things that I love about him.
I'm like Hamilton in that way.
So hold on, because this is why he's doing that. Hold on. Where's my new button? Hold on. Don't tell me. Hold on. Eric Podium.
Hey, it's me. I'm Gelman. That's the whole point. I'm Gelman. But I'm going away. I'm not supposed to be here a lot.
Okay. Oh my God.
I have my own microphone. That's all. That's the main thing. Bye.
So this is what happens.
I'm going away now.
You're okay. Well, I already got you off the thing. So Eric is like never satisfied. But okay, so have you ever gone either to the grocery store or to Target or whatever your favorite store is, right? And you're comfortable. You know where everything is. You can go in, you can beeline to the aisle that you need, you can grab what you need, you can go check out, and you're done. And then there's that day you go to the store and they've moved everything around and you're like, crap, like where are the Clorox wipes, and you don't know where anything is again. And I know they do that to kind of keep things fresh, but it's very frustrating. So that's the way I feel right now. I'm on sleep deprived brain. And Eric has all these new gadgets and gizmos and new buttons for me to look at and review and push over here. So we're excited about all of that. Hopefully that'll make things a little bit better for you on your end. But for me, it's gonna be a rough one. So on that note, let's talk about coffee. So this is my Some Like It hot mug. This is from one of the Broadway shows that we saw a few weeks ago when we were, when I was in New York. Eric wasn't there. He was here holding down the fort. And this is What Are You Thirsty For? So that's kind of the big opening number. And if you were asking me what I'm thirsty for, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm thirsty for my Diet Coke because it is beyond coffee time for me. There is coffee in there. But I have to tell you, my friends, I'm on to the cold stuff.
Can we talk about your koozie, though? People are going to want to know about
You want to know about my koozie?
Soda koozie.
So, by the way, this is actually, you're going to be shocked. This is not McDonald's. This is a Chick-fil-A Diet Coke. Yes, I know how early it is. I am looking. It's 9:05. And yes, I understand that I'm on to cold caffeine. My family will not be shocked. But it's because my son, the one who was a senior in high school, he was able to go in a little bit later this morning. And so he asked if we would get him Chick-fil-A this morning. So we ordered Chick-fil-A early, and so that's why I have the drink. But Eric said you're going to ask about the koozie thing. So yes, so these are really cool. I found these online around Christmas, and they are great for your sodas because now the styrofoam cups, they don't you don't get the wet condensation and the derpiness on these kinds of cups, but you do on the McDonald's cups and some of the other ones. But also, like if you have a Starbucks, the reason I was drawn to them was because they showed them with like the Starbucks iced coffee, and it kind of kept things cool. And I was thinking of my daughters. But anyway, so I got a few of these for Christmas, and it is called Java Socks, Javasok, not socks with an X, but S-O-K. So Javasok. So anyway, I'm not like doing one of those like, YouTube, like, send me stuff and whatever. But I did order a bunch of these and I think they're really cool because it'll keep my drink cold. Anyway, so that being said, I don't even know where I was going with that, but Eric told me to tell you that. Okay, so good morning, everybody. I haven't even had a chance to look yet, but I love you all the time. Okay, let me see. So Elizabeth, my sweet Elizabeth, good morning, baby doll. Diz Deb, Rob, Eric, hey, good morning, bud. Kim, hello, my friend. Marsha Brown, oh my gosh, Gary, hello, my sweet friend. All of you, gosh, Carrie, Allie, Allie, hope you're,
Look at what Susan said.
Look at what Susan said. Okay, Allie, Heart and Home Orlando, this is me not knowing how to type because I did a capital O. My apologies. Susie Q, good morning. Sydney, good morning. Carrie, live is oh, hi, Carrie. Kim again, Diz Deb, Kim, Sydney, Mark. Good morning, Mark. Miss Arlene, it's nice to hear from you again. And then I'm just scrolling down because I don't want anyone to feel left out. Susan Forsgren says, good morning. Good morning. Oh, keep going. Carrie Gelman with hair. That's funny, Carrie. Okay, I'm continuing to scroll. Jay, good morning, Jay. Susan, I'm sorry, what? Not McDonald's. Doesn't Dawson remember that we are McDonald's people on the way to school? Yes, I know. And I think of you all the time. I have my moments, Susan. So for those of you who, I think I mentioned it once before, but Susan Forsgren is my dear, sweet friend in Virginia. And our kids were very close, similar in age. And so we literally would see each other every morning, coming to and from school, parent drop off and pick up. And not only that, but she and her beautiful daughter, who is still dancing, were at my studio. So we became, not only teacher type thing to her daughter, but just super sweet friends. And then we started our date, and what was it, on Thursdays? I don't remember what day it was on, Susan, but we used to go to the McDonald's near us. Tammy would join us as well, and we would go and we would have our McDonald's breakfast, which was it was a nice little kind of perk. And I miss those days of just being able to have a morning to do with what I want and have those little moments getting together. So I miss you, my sweet Susan. And I think of you every Christmas because I have a thing that you gave me that says, Christmas is where the heart is, or something, or home is where the heart is. Anyway, I have that and I think of you all the time. Okay, good morning, Rob, Diz Deb. I think I got everyone. 3 Elm Adventures. Very good. Good morning from Virginia. Woo, go Virginia. Virginia's for lovers. I should have done my Virginia mug for you. Anyway, Paul, good morning, everybody. And Jason Stevens, good morning. All right, guys. So, yay, Jason. We got your picture up there later. So anyway, so we have a lot going on. Eric, should I keep the comments up? See, he's giving me more buttons, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Do you want me to keep the? Oh, he got me covered. Okay. All right. Like Gelman. Okay. So it was such a good week. We were so busy. And we were able to squeeze in some fun. We're going to talk about that a little bit too. We've got some new listings. It's just crazy busy in the most awesome of ways. So let's go right to what's brewing, because Eric gets very mad when I start talking about things that are ultimately part of what's brewing. So I will tais-toi, which means be quiet. And, well, that's the nicer version of it. Anyway, so here is what's brewing, and then I'll dive a little bit deeper. Okay, so we have our topics for today: President's Day, Disney Fun, and new listing, and then kind of a recap on some of the other listings. As always, just as a reminder, I'm supposed to be reminding you to like this and like and subscribe if you haven't already, please. That really helps us. And then the other thing is, if you have questions, don't forget, this isn't also the whole point of this coffee time is, I know you don't really care about me or my life. It's like to talk about any real estate questions you have. So throw a few of those in there. If you have a question, don't forget, it'd be easier for me to search it if you can do a capital Q with a colon and then your question. If you forget, that's okay, because Eric and Allie are out there kind of moderating and looking for those questions for me. Anyway, so President's Day. So happy President's Day. We are, excuse me, so indebted to our presidents, to our long history, our current president out there in Ukraine at the moment. Is he still there?
On the back.
On the way back. Okay. And then, of course, I know everybody is probably sending lots of love and hugs and just love to President Jimmy Carter, who is now in hospice. One of the most genuine, kind souls and good people. Whatever your political views, the man is amazing, and an entire life filled of service and charity. And yes, hold on. Eric's raising his hand. That means go to the podium.
Here's the thing. So Jimmy Carter, like, when you talk about Jimmy Carter, you talk about the man. He was president of the United States.
He was.
That's like the third thing you talk about with him.
I know, right?
And I get a little emotional because, like, when you think about the end of your time, what better? What better to be talking about what a great person you were above all things. So prayers to Jimmy Carter, and I mean,
absolutely,
and congratulations on a life that just. Well, anyway, okay, sorry.
Great. So now I'm gonna cry. Okay, how do I go away from you? I mean.
The questions he's been asking herself for nigh on 30 years.
How do I go? Wait, I haven't gone away from you. They see you walking away in your bare feet. Okay. Anyway, I really am gonna cry. Okay. So President's Day. So again, it's a national holiday again. That's why a lot of people are here for the weekend. Yes, you may have wondered why I said my son had school, but it's one of our Hurricane Ian makeup days. I know not all school systems, in fact, most are closed today, but we have to make up those Hurricane Ian days somehow. So this was one of them. So anyway, enjoy whatever you are doing today if you happen to be off. And let's all take that moment to send the Carter family lots of love and hugs. All right, now I'm going to try to find my new button because this one's fun. Jason, I hope you're still here. So Disney fun. So let's talk about what Eric and I got to do this week. Okay, so we have, honestly, I say Heart and Home Orlando. I say it's my Heart and Home Orlando family. I mentioned that to you. When I had my dance studio, we were a studio family. I really, truly feel like those people that come into our lives, however they find their path into it, I do feel like they're family, whether I've met you or not. If our paths somehow cross or connect here in life, I want to take care of you. And when I have clients that become friends and who, even well after they have closed on their home, still think of us and reach out, it is humbling. And it just makes my heart so happy. So on that note, so our former client, Jason and Monia, had this special VIP Disney tour and invited us to join them, which was amazing. Did we go Wednesday? I'm not sure what day it was, but it was one day last week. Honestly, it's because it's all like cuckoo crazy in my brain. But we were able to take the good part of a day and join them. And we got to ride so many things that I had never ridden before because candidly, Eric and I don't have a lot of time to do the fun stuff. And we were at Disney not too terribly long ago for our friend Chip, who was in town because, he was a kid of the kingdom. And we did a quick little trip, but it really wasn't about riding rides. It was about him reminiscing about his time there, at the castle on the stage. But this trip was a lot more involved, a lot of rides. We got to ride Ratatouille, Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, we just rode so many things. And, of course, it was a VIP tour. So we got to kind of go straight to the front of the line. And, then you have that angst of going, oh, look at all these people I'm passing in line. I'm so sorry. But, we got to ride so many rides. And we jumped from park to park. And again, what an absolute, not only a treasure to be able to be a part of all that, but what a wonderful gift to invite us along. So we had a wonderful day. Of course, you see me, I'm wearing my Winnie the Pooh shirt because Winnie the Pooh is my favorite. That stands to reason, right? And then the other thing I wanted to mention is that not only did we get that fabulous VIP tour with Jason and Monia and their friends, so we met new friends there, by the way. Apparently, Eric made a new best friend named Ted. So he like dumped me like a hot potato as soon as we got there. Anyway, but not only that, but some of our friends even here on the YouTube channel, people that join in, Mr. and Mrs. Florida Man, you may recall them kind of commenting here and there. Well, they actually have reached out and asked us to join them on the Tron preview this coming Wednesday, I think it is. And Eric won't be able to go on that one just because we have, I think my son has a dentist appointment or something. And so I'm going to go, but I'm going to take Alyssa with me, and we are going to do part of the cast member when they preview these new rides. So we're going to preview Tron. I'm so excited. So I get giddy because none of this fun stuff ever really gets to happen for us. And part of my New Year's resolution is to try to take a moment or two. And so I feel like I've already given myself more than my allotted time by the VIP tour and getting ready to go to Tron. Then I'm done for the whole year. So 2023, no more free time and fun time for Amy. But anyway, so we're super excited about that. That is coming up this week. But on the real estate side of things, we also have a lot going on. We have several new listings. And again, in Florida, you may notice this different from where you live. In certain states, you can say coming soon. Oh, wait a minute. I missed something, didn't I? Did I miss Denise?
Oh, yes.
I did. Let me go back a minute. I'm going to go here. I'm going to sit this picture. So want to mention this because we talked about a little bit of Disney fun. So this wasn't at Disney, but this is part of the fun. So Denise and Richard are also my clients. You know, they've contracted here in a beautiful community. And I had some clients that were in town this weekend. I was out with them on Friday. We were out again on Saturday. And then yesterday morning, we went and we actually contracted for a new construction home in the Horizon West area. They were looking everywhere, but we found kind of the perfect spot. So we had met at a Starbucks just to kind of review. I think that was on Saturday afternoon. No, it was Saturday afternoon that I went to. I know my schedule. Saturday afternoon, we kind of had seen all of that we were going to see. And so we just kind of discussed to review what their options were. We met at a Starbucks, chatted for a few minutes, then they left. And then I walked across the street to Huey Magoo's to get some chicken because I was hungry and I was going to bring Eric back some lunch. And as I was in there, Denise came over because she recognized me walking across the street. So this is one of those stories where I have clients and sometimes it takes a while before we can meet face to face, because you live somewhere else and I'm helping you here. And I do get to meet them eventually, although there have been some clients that I never got to see face to face. But obviously in most cases we do, it just may take a while. And in this case, it was just such a happy accident. And more than just coincidentally running into them, they were sitting outside of Huey Magoo's as well. And that's in the Mark area outside of Watermark in Horizon West, a little set of shops that just opened. We visited that on our Sunday drives. But anyway, it was so nice because as we were leaving, she's like, it's so nice kind of to have just bumped in, to me because it just kind of, it feels like they're at home, when you're moving and relocating to a place where you don't necessarily have friends and family and everyone and everything around you is kind of new and it's exciting, but it's also a little, anxiety ridden. And so I'm glad that just that random little bump in kind of gave them a little bit of what it feels like to live here and to bump into people that you do know. So Denise and Richard, I cannot wait. We're getting closer and closer to yours. But what a wonderful, happy accident. Okay. So I am going to go back to my new listings. So we have quite a few listings at the moment. All of them are absolutely fantastic and fabulous. So, I've been incredibly busy. I do see that the market is like picking up tremendously. It has remained busy for us. And I'm grateful to all of you for that. But I think that for even the realtors who did not have crazy constant activity, they're seeing things pick up quite a bit. You do see more homes on the market. I think the latest numbers are we have 4 months worth of inventory now, whereas last year this time we had, what was it, Eric, 1 day? Like
2 weeks.
Yeah, like 2 weeks or something. So the difference between last year and this year when it comes to the number of homes on the market, how long it may take to sell them, that foot traffic that's going through. So ultimately what that means to you as a person, whether you're selling your home or whether you're buying a home, if you're buying, it means you have a lot more options now, right? Last year, this time, if you found a home and you wanted it, you needed to snag it fast and hold on for dear life. Now, you've got a lot more options. And so people are taking their time and they're going back to kind of negotiating price a little bit. And no one seems to be in as much of a rush, although they contract, they're just not feeling the pressure that they have to snag it right away. Necessarily. In some cases, maybe a little bit, but in generally speaking, people have a little bit more time to review what it is that they're looking for. If you're a seller, then that means just the reverse. It means it's going to take a little bit longer. The foot traffic may be a little bit slower. Doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with your home. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with your listing. It just means that even though the buyers are out there, they're exploring lots of options, and whether or not your option is one that they're going to look at or strongly consider or eventually submit an offer on, that's the element. And then I'm going to move on from this, but that's the element that not any realtor could ever guarantee you. And I have to tell you, I encountered this again this past week, and it drives me absolutely crazy when realtors who are doing listing appointments basically say to a seller that they can guarantee that they will sell the home in X amount of time or for X amount of price. And I always say, if they can, the only way that they can guarantee that, even if you're the only home on the market in that state, the only way they can guarantee that is if they plan on purchasing your home themselves. Because you do not have control over who is out there. All we can control is how well your home has been marketed and how accessible we make it to be seen and how we price it, right? So those are the things that we can control. We cannot control who is out there at any given time looking for homes. So that drives me nuts. I will never, ever, ever tell a client I can guarantee we will sell it in a specific amount of time for a specific price, because that would be lying. And I'm not going to do that. So anyway, I digress. So listings. So let me go. I'm going to go to the listings open, and then we're going to talk about the new listing. It's going to be followed by a really quick video. This one just went on the market. It's a beautiful home on the lake. The most gorgeous sunsets. Oh my heavens. And that is in Horizon West. And then after that, we're going to talk about some of the other listings that we have. And then we'll kind of, talk about some other ones. Okay, so where are we listing? Oh, here we go.
And by the way, let's take a peek at this kitchen. Really, truly stunning. I love this. I love every option that they've chosen. It shows better than a model home. Beautiful quartz countertops. The darker cabinets, again, you can see the brushed nickel hardware. This is a gourmet kitchen, so you see that you have the oven with the microwave up above. You have the cooktop vented to the outside. Again, lots of cabinet and counter space. So beautiful. I also want to mention this right here. This extra set of cabinetry they added again. After they moved in, they added that beverage station, and they also added this two-tiered cabinet over here. And this is, again, amazing. Just wonderful personal touches that they've added.
So that is, and this is the front of that home. So this is a beautiful home in the community of Waterley. This is part of their Emerald series. So you can see it has a tile roof. And it is on their wider home sites. This is the Delmar, so it's a 1-story, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, plus an office that has the glass pane French doors, 2,350 square feet, and it's listed at, what did it just go away? At any rate, a little over 700, excuse me, 769, I believe. Sorry about that. That beverage station. So two things I just wanted to point out, because I think it's a really important thing for people to note. So that two-tiered cabinet, as we talked about in the video, they added that. And yes, I know it's seamless because it's the exact same cabinets. They just had it done as soon as they moved in. They have a wonderful use of mirrors in this home. And again, the whole back is just absolutely stunning with that water view, and the sunsets behind it are spectacular. Waterley is one of my favorite communities, the way it's kind of tucked in with lots of lakes and things like that. So anyway, this home is the newest listing that I can talk about because it is active now. We also have some other that we're going to talk about too. And then we have two new ones actually that are getting ready to pop up. Another one is also on the water that is going to be a larger 2-story, but that's about all I can tell you on that one. So That being said, let's go to, where is it, Eric? Listing. There it is here. So this one is, so this is a townhome we have out in the Champions Gate area. It's an Ashton Woods home. It is brand spanking new. No one has ever lived in it. We always talk about, people's situations, their lives, their plans are different. You never know why someone bought a home and then is turning around and selling it. In this case, it's financially more advantageous to sell it than it would have been for them to lose their earnest money deposit had they canceled at the last minute. So that's what we're doing. But again, this one is brand spanking new. This one I feel like is a fantastic investment property. It is zoned for short-term rental. So if you are looking for a home that can be used as both your own private vacation home, you can come and stay in it whenever you want. You can keep it for your family and friends and they can come whenever they want. Or you can say, you know what, I'm going to live in it 6 months out of the year. The other 6 months, I'm going to rent it out like an Airbnb. You can do that in this community. So this community is zoned short-term rental. So there is no minimum lease period. You could utilize that property however you want. The one thing you can't see from this picture that I want to point out is that behind it and in front of it, from our perspective, looking at it, there is water. It's beautiful. This is in a cul-de-sac, so it's nice and quiet and tucked away. Beautiful, beautiful townhome. And they don't actually sell that floor plan anymore. Again, it's brand spanking new. So that's one of them. Another one we're going to talk about real quick is this one on Whirlaway. This one has been on the market for a little while. It is has solar panels. Honestly, it is a beautiful home. Fantastic kitchen. It's the one that has a kitchen island and a peninsula. I love it. Fenced in backyard, big backyard, screened in lanai, a bedroom with a full bath on the first floor. Upstairs has a loft and 3 more bedrooms. Beautiful home. And I will tell you, that is one of the best priced homes in this area. It is not zoned short-term rental, but could also be used because, by the way, I just mentioned the other one is at Festival at Disney there in Champions Gate. This one is in Champions Gate Reserve, so it's just down the street from it. This community, however, is not zoned short-term rental, but you can still use it as an investment property. You find a tenant for a year at a time. So that's one. And then, of course, we have this beautiful listing at Encore at Ovation, and this is part of the Ovation Village in the Horizon West area. This one is also brand spanking new and this one is also brand spanking new, and it is beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. The fit and finish on the inside of this one are amazing. And this one, again, you would use this as it's not zoned short-term rental, but you can certainly use it as an investment property. Many people do for this type of a home. This is what we consider like a bungalow, but the community is not filled with a bunch of renters. It's a residential community filled with families. So you could either purchase it again, like I mentioned before, as your own private vacation home, and you may not rent it out short term afterwards, or you could move into it, make it your primary residence. But it is absolutely spectacular. I love the fit and finish on this one. So this is definitely one to keep your eye on. And again, this is right in Horizon West, so fantastic area. And this is the community where when you drive out of it, like you literally can see Disney, like is right there. So we're talking just a couple minutes from Disney. Yes, Eric, what did you want to say?
I just wanted to say that, so I played the little thing and then you rolled your eyes. But here's the thing. People want to live in Ovation.
Ovation is for me fantastic.
That there's a brand new home, never been lived in, right there. You don't have to show me.
I can't show you because I flip.
Here, I can do it. No, I can do it. I'm Gelman. I can control all. That house for me in Ovation is.
Oh my God.
But no, I just wanted to stress that house, location wise, is unbelievable.
Absolutely.
At that price point to live. 5 minutes from Disney, amazing. Goodbye.
It is, and it's again we've done our Sunday drives. We've gone through that area, so you can see where that's located. But what's really nice about that particular location is that home is kind of tucked more toward the back, which is nice because first of all, you're not having constant everybody in the community is driving past your house, which is I think is always nice to be a little bit more tucked back into it. But I love it. And when you come out of that home at the end of the street, there's like some open space. So there's a lot of breathing room in there. I like that. Anyway, so it's a beautiful one as well. So if you're looking for something like that, That one just went on the market a couple weeks ago. We're just hitting maybe the 2-week mark on that one. We've had some good activity on that, some foot traffic. And again, everything is really picking up right now. So let me just double check and make sure if I had any other ones. Is there another one I needed to reference? I think that was it. Yep, because this one sold. That one is actually closing. So on that note, let's go to our congratulations, because I know Erica's going to be very proud of me for that segue. If I can just find it. There it is. Congratulations. Okay, so we have a lot of congratulations, and honestly, we didn't even put all of them on here, so my apologies. Renata and family, oh my gosh. So they are the clients that I was out over the weekend, and we toured lots. In fact, here, full disclosure, not this, because this is from my next client. So this, can you see? This was my folder of all of the things that we did and saw. We did so much this weekend for them. I actually had to put together a 3-ring binder with all of the information, because it's an important decision. And when you are a person who needs to gather, you're moving your family, you want to have as much information. So we explored several communities, some out in Claremont and some in Horizon West. And so we got every little bit of information we could about everything and provided it to them. We made pros and cons sheets for them. Again, I'm very, very happy to say that the visit was a success, that they are contracting on a brand new construction home that will be completed very soon, probably within the next 60 to 90 days, which is perfect timing for them. So very, very happy for them. Congratulations, Renata. Bill and Ruth, of course, that is a beautiful listing that just went active. So it's finally, I've been waiting for that one. Yakub and Aisha, they're the ones that we just sold their, 2 more days or 3 more days. Well, the end of this week is when they close on their beautiful townhome. We're sad to see them move out of our own community here, but so happy that we got their home sold. On that same note, Tiffany and Jessica, we just sold their beautiful home, also closing this week. That was a stereo floor plan at Waterbrook. Again, that one is under contract, getting ready to close on that one this week. And then, of course, we have Denise that was in town. So just so many congratulations to go around for lots of different reasons. So we're happy that they could all join us. Okay, so now I'm going to stop talking about that, and I'm going to see if I can find any questions. Is any questions in there for me? I did it again. Why do I do this? I am so challenged. Okay, hold on. I always put that in the wrong spot. Okay. Okay, so let's do Lynn. I have to click there. Okay, Lynn, you're obviously a busy realtor agent in the Orlando, right? Thank you. Agent in the Orlando area. Do you ever venture a little further east to help buyers, sellers in the Vieira area? Really enjoy the model home walkthroughs you do. Thank you, Lynn. So yes. So I think this is important. So can I help you in Vieira? Absolutely, of course. Can I help people in Jacksonville? Yes, I can. Miami? Yes, I can. Everglades? Yes, I can, and yes, I have. However, depending on what you're looking for, I think it's important that you find a realtor that is really nestled in that area. And I say that, and you might find other realtors that disagree. Like sometimes, candidly, when you call those Zillow agents, they're just looking for a human, and they'll sell you anything, anywhere, but they may not know anything about what you're looking for. And I feel very indebted to my clients, and I know that they have entrusted me with one of the most expensive purchases that they are ever going to make.
I'm leaning over your shoulder.
So you are leaning over my shoulder.
I've got to fix that because that's just too big. No, you can keep talking. It's just that blew up for some reason.
Okay. So
there we go.
I just think it's important when you reach out to your realtor that you are entrusting them with really assisting you through the process. So from the mechanics of real estate, 100%. If there's something I don't know, I'm going to find out for you. But yes, I have been in Vieira. I've actually done some model home tours out in that area. The builders, some custom builders had reached out. So there's a lot of opportunity in a lot of places. So if you would like me to assist you in anywhere in the state of Florida, then I can absolutely help you. But I do feel like to do my best service to you, it's always better to focus on the areas that I really gravitate toward that are closer around my bubble. It is really, really nice to be able to talk to my clients like Renata and her family this weekend, as we're touring homes, to be able to say, well, this resale home that we saw is in a beautiful community, and MI Homes is the builder, and they do a radiant barrier in their roofing system, and this is part of their luxury community series, and it was standard with these higher baseboards, blah, blah, blah. It's important for me able to share that information because I know that information. And if I don't know that information because it's another area and I'm not sure who the original builder was, again, that's okay. Most realtors don't. But I pride myself on giving, as much knowledge as I can about what you're looking at and what's around you to help you make the best decision. So anyway, yes, I can help you. And I would love to help you. Call me and we'll talk about it. And worst case, I can refer you to someone who is going to treat you the same way I would treat you in that area. But thank you. Okay. Do you have plans to go to our Meritage Highland Ridge models now that are open? Yes. Oh my gosh. So Sean is my site agent contact over there at that community. And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And he told me, he's like, now they're open. Let's go on, come on Thursday. Well, this was a couple weeks ago. I have been so busy. I have not had time to get out there. And I was originally going to be there like the day before, like getting it all to kind of like previewing a little bit. But it just got so daggone busy that I couldn't get there on that specific day. And, we're very limited with time in the schedule when we can do that. So the answer to your question is yes, 100%. I should have been there 2 weeks ago. But it's been really, really, really crazy. So I will get out there as soon as possible. We also have a new model home at Lakeview Preserve. We're going to get out there and tour that one. Honestly, lots of stuff going on. So yes, ma'am, I promise I'm going to get out there because I know that's an important one. Rob, which would be a better selection for someone who, for medical reasons, does not want a house, but rather a condo or an apartment? The question being condo or apartment. Well, if you're looking to purchase a condo, because you can't purchase the apartment, right? So it depends on if you're looking to actually buy something or if you're saying, should I just lease something? So not exactly sure what the question is. But I would say if you're saying like for medical reasons, maybe you couldn't do the maintenance or something like that. Honestly, it's always going to be a personal choice. But if you do like a townhome type of a home or a condo, where the exterior maintenance and ground maintenance either doesn't exist or it's maintained by the community or the HOA or the condo association, those are definitely going to be advantageous to anyone who has some medical conditions and maybe not be able to go outside and do their own landscaping maintenance and cutting grass and even roof repairs and exterior painting when the time comes up. So definitely going to be helpful. And that's true for, whether it's medical conditions or whether it's just, age, like those 55 plus communities are going to cover a lot of those types of things too. So I'm totally on board with that. It would just be a matter of what type of a home do you really like. And a condo is a good idea. Probably not an apartment because I don't, unless you have to, I never encourage people to rent. I know that sometimes you have to. We've had to. So it's fine. But if you are in a position to purchase, that's going to be financially better anyway, I think, in the long run. But condos, townhomes, probably a little bit better if you're trying to avoid your own maintenance, for sure. It's a good question. Kim, any new 55 plus communities in the works? Yes. Remember, there is the new Del Webb Mineola. We're still that's really the newest one that I think is closest to where we are, other than, of course, Del Webb Oasis, which we talk about all the time. The new Del Webb in Mineola is going to be the one, honestly, I'm super excited about to keep my eye on it. There's also a new Esplanade by Taylor Morrison out in that same general area. So those are a couple good ones if you're going there on Sunday drive. We are going there on a Sunday drive, yes. So we'll be able to share that with you too. I'll go to this question. That would be me, dummy, putting my own Q with a colon in there because I'm stupid. Buck. Huey Magoo's versus Zaxby's versus Chick-fil-A versus PDQ. Oh, you are putting me to the test. Who, in your opinion, is the best chicken? Also, howdy and hello. Hey, Buck. Okay. Honestly, do you want to know my honest opinion? None of these people sponsor me or anything, so I don't get sponsored. No one sponsors me. So should I say, really?
Yes, it's fine.
I think Zaxby's. I love Zaxby's, and I love the Zaxby's salad with the chicken in it. Oh my gosh, that's the most amazing. That's my personal opinion, but of course my taste buds are not everyone's. I do like Huey Magoo's, but
I have a prediction. Did you do that ding ding?
Ding ding. What's the ding ding?
It was our son-in-law. texting.
He said Huey Magoos.
He's watching the show and he said, gasp. He can't believe you just... I knew it when I heard it.
Okay, hold on. I gotta go to the Eric podium. Okay, go back to your spot. So what he was laughing at was, so when you asked that question, Buck, about it, so our son-in-law, but he's my son-in-law. Hong, that's funny. He's watching and he loves Huey Magoos. Like
that was instant.
Yes, I know. It's like as soon as we said that, it's like Eric's phone's dinging off. That's hysterical. So yes, I will say Hong's vote is for Huey Magoos. They like the sauce with the like hot buffalo or the garlic parmesan or something. I'm not sure, but they like that. I'm not a big spicy person, but I will tell you Zaxby's for me. That's a really good question, Buck. Has nothing to do with real estate, but has lots to do with life. So that's my favorite question of the day.
One other factor.
Yes, sir.
If Javon Ross is working at Huey Magoos and cooking the chicken, then it's the best. Far superior.
Absolutely.
Our best friends, their son works at Huey Magoos.
Yeah, he does.
By the way, I just wanted to point out, I'm rocking the Unity Works shirt today.
For Daryl. Excellent.
So my best friend Daryl Ross is, this is their Unity Works podcast. He also does like training for public speakers and stuff. So look him up, Unity Works, Daryl Ross. Good stuff.
Yes, very good. And anyway, so his son, where is it? I gotta find it. There it is. His son works at Huey Magoos. So when he's working, the chicken is spectacular there. On a day-to-day basis, I'm a Zaxby's all the way. All right. Anyway, okay. Any other questions? And if not, we're gonna go on to what do we want to do next, honey? Let's do our Zillow. Let's do Zillow. Okay, Geraint, this one is for you. We did this one exactly for you. So so here's the thing. We would say Pembrokeshire, and I'm sure that is so not the way you pronounce it. Pembrokeshire. Pembrokeshire. I don't know if that's it. Anyway, and this is in Wales. We chose this one for you, my friend Geraint in Wales. Hopefully you're watching. So this is 48,000 square feet. It is, the asking price is over 500, what is it again? Pounds? Which is like what, $600,000-ish, for American dollars. So I am in love with this. Like, I don't know what the heck you could do with it because it's really just a shell. I don't even know if it's structurally sound, but I groove on this type of stuff. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So when I was looking at it, I'm looking at it going, oh my gosh, you could make like a great like hotel or like Airbnb, or somebody could like live in a castle. And then I saw this part. It's like somebody's car is like in the garage. So I'm like, I don't even know what happened to this. So Geraint, your job is to find out the history of this and let me know, okay? Because I love it. Look at that. Isn't that just, I mean, I don't know what you do with it, but
I have a little history if you want it.
Oh, Eric says he has a little history.
It's called the Defensible Fort. It's not really a castle. It's a fort.
Okay.
Built in the 1800s. Okay. Fell into disrepair. Used for training, World War I, World War II.
Okay.
And I bought it. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I was like, wow, that was cool.
Yeah, no, that's... I mean, I would love to be inside it. So when we went to our family trip to England, Ireland, and Wales years ago, I mean, that was it. I wanted to go through all the castles, and I just love stuff like that. So I'm not going to buy it, but I thought about it for half a hot second, and then I changed my mind because, you know, what am I going to do with that? Anyway, so that is good. Now, back to real estate, and don't forget, if you've got questions, don't forget to put them in there. Meanwhile, I know we have a question because Allie knows nothing.
What is a bungalow considered in Florida?
Okay, that's fabulous. Very good question, Alyssa. So this drives me nuts because what we refer to as a bungalow is absolutely not the definition of a bungalow. So when you think of a bungalow, it is a smaller one-story home, nothing upstairs, and it's you know, I think a bungalow, I think like a beach bungalow, but that's just because I'm from the beach. So that's what my brain goes to. And I think about all those homes that you would see kind of along the shoreline, right? That's not what we refer to as a bungalow here. Sleepy brain. So the builders, and I don't know why. I need to ask them, but I don't know why. So they refer to a bungalow as a rear entry garage Type home. It's been a long day, and it's only 9:44. It is a rear entry garage style home. So that's what they refer to as a bungalow. It can be one story, and there are some builders who have one story rear entries, and then there are some that are two story, but they have not differentiated the terminology for that. There are some builders that refer to those as urban cottages. Also not a cottage, like the definition of a cottage is not that. So I don't know where they're coming up with these names. They need to do some research, but that is in Florida. When we say a bungalow, I always follow up because I feel like that is nondescript, or at least it's incorrect descript. So I will always tell people a bungalow or a rear entry garage style home. That's what it really means to us here. And you can see a lot of those. A lot of communities have them. Now, there's two things to consider when you have a bungalow, a Florida bungalow, is that when you have these rear entry garage style homes, so the front facade is beautiful because everybody's going to have their front porch or their like the front staircase, the front door. So when you drive down the street, you're seeing all the fronts of these homes. Typically no cars are parked there because there's no driveway, right? And your trash cans and your recycling bins are not in the front of the home. All of that's in the back. So it really lends itself to a beautiful aesthetic as you drive down the street. It's very welcoming. It's very small town feel, kind of a community vibe. And I like it for that reason. And then behind the home is where your garage, your driveway, again, if you've got your garage, your trash cans and your recycling bins, those are going to be on the exterior too. And there's like a little alleyway between. So you have one row of houses, and this little alley that's in between is where all the backs of the houses back up to each other. So it lends itself very nicely within a community, but it's definitely not the true definition of bungalow. So Allie, that was a really good question, and it drives me nuts, and no one has asked me, so I'll just have to go with what the builders say. Okay, so let's see. We have another question from Nikki, another non-real estate question. Where did you get that beautiful cabinet behind you? I love it and how you style it for everything. Oh, thank you. So actually, you know what? True story. I just bought another one of these. So this we got from City Furniture in Ocoee, Ocoee. City Furniture, they have them everywhere, I believe. So look up in City Furniture. This is the bigger one. And there's it has two towers on the side with cabinets and open shelving. And we actually just had it delivered. We got another one of these in gray. This is in white. We have the other one in gray. What are you doing? Oh, I
think I can do it.
Eric's trying to be fancy again.
Did I do it?
Yeah, you did it. Okay. So if you see, this is all like backwards. Okay. So hold on, wait. I'm like, I can never be a weatherman. And there's Penny. Okay. So you see the open shelving on the sides, and then there's cabinets. And by the way, what's really nice is that these are like soft close. Well, I didn't show you. But they're like soft close cabinets. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so this is from City Furniture. I think cost-wise, probably about $3,000-ish, $3,100, something like that. This is in white. We had this at our other house, and we moved it here. And I was going to do built-ins. And then I had this furniture. I was like, well, instead of doing the built-ins, let me just see if this works. And so far it works. Plus I can move it and change my mind if I need to, and take it with me if I ever move, which I'm not gonna. And then, again, looking for the same type of an effect, we actually ordered another one of these for our bedroom, but non-real estate, but I like it. That's what I'm here for. Anything you need, I got you. Okay. So let's move on one more thing to what I'm watching, and then we're going to start wrapping this up. More questions though, put them in while this is playing. Okay, so first of all, just last night I watched Your Place or Mine with Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher. I watched that last night because I'm so sad. Because yesterday morning I watched the final series finale of New Amsterdam, and that's what I've been watching for the past, several weeks. And I have to tell you, I know that was an NBC series. I never watched it when it was on in like real time. But it was amazing. I highly recommend, and it was probably the best series finale of any series I've ever seen. it was the kind that I like, where it gives you great closure to these characters in a good way, and you're going to miss them, but I'm really corny, right? But you grow so attached to these characters, and the end was just literally the gut-wrenching sob. I was like, oh my gosh, but it was the best. So if you did not watch New Amsterdam, put it on your list. You will not be disappointed. As much as I would love for it to have continued, I think 5 seasons was probably good. It was a good length of time, lots of good depth within the characters, lots of different storylines within the storyline. Really, 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 really good. Well done. Probably one of my faves of all times. Anyway, but yes, I did watch that cute little movie because candidly, I needed to brighten my heart a little bit yesterday. So I was like, let me find something that's just fun and whimsical. And so that's what I did last night, is I watched that movie. So with that, last chance for any questions. Otherwise, we're going to move on. I do want to apologize real quick, because I know people have asked, they've texted me, hey, where's your Sunday drive this week? It has honestly been so busy. We just have not had time, and clients do come first. We try really hard. We squeeze in these Sunday drives and our home tours whenever and wherever we can. There's just no way that I can say definitively, this is the day that I'm going to record, because I don't have control of you and when you're going to be coming in town. And my job is to take care of you when you do come in town. So I will tell you, though, that we do have the Sunday drive coming up. We know where we're going. We just have been waiting on it, try and find time to do it.
We are committed.
We are committed. So we're doing the new Sunday drive. We've got some, again, Highland Ridge. We've got some model homes that we're going to be touring pretty soon. We've also got the two new listings that are coming up. And so we will have both of those tours coming up as well. But other than that, we are here for you guys all the time. As always, please know how much we truly, genuinely appreciate you joining in. I hope you're not getting bored of us yet. If you have questions, send them. Text me at any time, 407-848-8042. That is the best way to get in touch with me, is by text first, only because right after this show, I have a phone call I have to make. I have some things I need to print, and I got to boot it out of the door because I've got to go meet some clients to go show a few homes while they're here in town. I have another client, by the way, Johari, another congratulations. They're doing their pre-construction meeting today. Whoop, whoop. So at any rate, lots of stuff going on. So thank you for kind of joining us and being patient with us when we do occasionally not have a Sunday drive to share with you. But don't worry, we're committed. All right, guys, as always, please stay safe. Hold on, I got to find it. Wrap up. Please stay safe. Stay well. Remember, we love you, and happy house hunting. Thank you again for joining in. Bye, guys. Oh, wait, where is it? End it. There it is. Found the button.